Tonight at 5 p.m. Israel time, there will be a cabinet meeting, and at 6 p.m. Israel time, there will be a government meeting taking place. Now, within 24 hours after the cabinet meeting takes place, a ceasefire will then begin in Gaza. The IDF will then redeploy to the yellow line as shown on maps, which have been widely distributed at this point in time. And now after this 24-hour period, the 72-hour time window will then begin, where all of our hostages will be released back into Israel. Now, the final draft of phase 1 was signed this morning in Egypt by all parties to release all of the hostages. And the IDF will then redeploy to that yellow line you mentioned, which will lead to the military controlling and holding about 53% of the Gaza Strip. Now, phase 1 stands very clear. All of our hostages, the living and deceased, will be released 72 hours later, which will bring us to Monday. Israel is preparing to receive our hostages in all conditions they may be in. This comes with the help from specialists and all main hospitals in Israel. They are ready with robust procedures that are in place. Israel is anticipating the handover of our hostages to be conducted with respect and decorum from Hamas, and will have no tolerance for our hostages to be paraded around like we have seen in the past. Hostages will then be transferred into the hands of specialized IDF forces. The great relationship between Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Trump is reflected in this plan, and we could not have reached this point without the magnificent relationship between the two of them. Everything between Washington and Jerusalem was in full coordination with each other, which was a strategy envisioned by the Prime Minister. And that's the end of our briefing today. Please put some of your questions in the chat right now so I can answer.
Years ago, decades ago, I had no idea I would be producing videos in relation to arguably one of the most sensitive subjects on planet Earth. And I sure didn't think that in the wee hours of the morning, I would find out that a deal was finally struck, officially so, even though I heard it out of the mouth of Trump earlier, of which I produced a video earlier. But people, what I'm going to tell you might startle you. But once I produce the video, I believe you'll see that the powers are playing out the final chapter of their playbook. The final chapter has a twist. It has a kiss from Judas. A kiss from Judas and a subtle betrayal. The subtle betrayal has been out there in terms of atmosphere for a while. It has come in different forms, so I will call it a spirit. I will name names, but it doesn't mean that they're responsible. It's just to show you the climate. But it doesn't mean the people and the organizations created the spirit of betrayal alone. Donald J. Trump has been playing a role for a long time. And he's come to the end of his road. America has come to the end of his road. And many participants in this piece, and I put that in quotes, they too have come to the end of their road. The question now is, who kissed Donald J. Trump? And will he be a martyr? Wow. It's my birthday. I'm 67. And I'm working. And I'm praying. And I'm putting one step in front of another, praying I make it to glory. I want us to keep perspective, because the Bible says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. I submit to you that God knew there would be a spirit of Judas in the land and a playbook that Satan is orchestrating for the illusion of peace as they go toward the one world system. Trump will be memorialized. He'll have his own coin. It might be universal money. I don't know how long we're going to have here on this planet. I've been doing my best to discern the events in hopes that people will get the information, get a revelation, and then choose salvation. Let's begin.
All right, hold on. President Trump, you have the best crowd in the world. What do you guys have to say to President Trump?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You did it.
You did it. Thank you.
This is amazing. Mr. President, we believe in you. We know you've done so much for us over the past, since you became a president, and even before that. And we trust you fulfill the mission until every hostage, every 48 of the hostages are home. Thank you so much. Blessed be the peacemakers.
God bless you, Mr. President. God bless America.
Thank you very much. You just take care of yourselves. The hostages will come back. They're all coming back on Monday.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Jubilant, heartfelt, not only here but around the world. Red and yellow. Red and yellow. Red and yellow. Sun God Ra colors. Is that what we're looking at? An orchestration of the sun god Ra? Or is it coincidence? Those are his colors. Like red and yellow, orange and yellow, rust orange and yellow. It's there. Poet laureate who spoke at President Biden's, as you can see, she wore it as well, Biden's inauguration. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. I believe everything has been orchestrated from October 7th all the way till now. I've never believed that Israel could ever get hit from land, air, and sea unless it was allowed. Too much technology, too much intel, too much grit to let that happen. I've also shown you this historically. Economist magazine, December 22nd, 2012. I've shown you this. Maybe I can make it bigger. You guys have seen it. The alarm is fitting, right? There's a bandana on the head of this person flying, shooting Israel. And it shows all the signs of the times. How did they know this ahead of time? 11 years ago, this came out. Bitcoin symbol. Barack Obama, it says pride on the boat. And they're going through a canal. To me, a canal was symbolic of birth, the new dawn, the golden age. Did they know something? Or is this coincidence? I'm going to study people. I'm going to see things that the average person won't see. August 21st, 2019, Donald Trump said, "I am the chosen one." They say he was referring to China with the trade policies. I've done a few videos on it, my last channel and this one. I think it had multiple meanings. He's the chosen one for the Israeli conflict and peace for the world. But who's going to kiss him? Who's going to lead betrayal? 8/21, 2019. That's when he said, "I'm the chosen one." 10/13, the hostages come home. The difference is 2245. Isn't Trump the 45th president? And 22, the letter V. The letter V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. And that's what Barack Obama has on his head as he sweats, as the end of America and destruction occurs. Is that coincidence? I am the chosen one versus the day hostages come home. V is destruction, because V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet, and 45. Is it speaking? And let's go back to that Economist magazine. 12, I believe it was 22 of 2012, back in the day. Oh my Lord, look at that. This magazine, A Rough Guide to Hell. The date, people. I believe it was 12/22 of 2012. Subtracted from today, hostages, subtracted from the date that hostages come home, October 13th, the difference is 4679. 46, Joe Biden's the 46th president. Also 46, JFK, George Floyd, and George Orwell died at 46 years old. And 79, Trump is 79 years old. People, this is what I do. There's a betrayal coming. 8/21, 2025 anniversary. I'm the chosen one. 10/13, hostages come home. The difference is 7/5. The 75th day of the year is March 16th. 3/16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whomsoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. That's John 3:16. The 75th day of the year is March 16th. I'm the chosen one versus hostages come home that day is 75. That's called sacrifice. Jesus sacrificed. 5/14, 2025, that's the anniversary of Israel becoming a state, versus 10/13, hostages come home. The difference is 216. On the 216th day of the year, that's August 4th. Barack Obama was born August 4th. Is he orchestrating things behind the scene, the Antichrist spirit? Now I want to show you something where the basis of my idea come from. And I want to thank John for talking to me over the last month. We've been conversing. This is yesterday. And before I say that, remember, they said, "Thank you, Mr. Trump, for bringing all 48 hostages home. 48. On April 8th of last year, we had an eclipse. That is, an X came over the earth. X, 24 letter of the alphabet. X is symbology. X, something's going to be X'd. I want you to understand what you're looking at, people. Now, this here, there's a gentleman yesterday named Derek. Derek Groves, he was an escapee from New Orleans. He was found in Atlanta. I did a video on it yesterday. So the same day they said that they got this piece done is the same day they captured this man. I want you to watch him and watch him. Look. Did you see that? He blew a kiss. Watch. Now, after he blew the kiss, I noticed he was in black and white shorts, white socks. Black and white on the chessboard means you play both sides. When you look at the movie I Pet Goat 2, where you have Barack Obama with this V, they're on a checkerboard floor. The lady's on a checkerboard floor. George Bush is on a checkerboard floor. You can see? And Barack Obama's on a checkerboard floor. They're all on the same floor. That means you play both sides. What I want you to understand is that the powers play future past. They caught this guy allegedly at the perfect time. Notice right here, he's got on the Nike shorts. Nike is a goddess. Those of y'all who've been with me for a while, you know, Nike, the swish. To me, this is all orchestrated, right? In conjunction with the Middle East peace. He blew a kiss. Jesus' kiss of death. The phrase kiss of death, or the biblical Judas kiss, refers to Judas Iscariot's act of kissing Jesus to identify him to the soldiers for his arrest, leading to his crucifixion. This act is seen as a fatal betrayal, a fatal betrayal, a fatal betrayal, from which the metaphorical term kiss of death originated to describe any action or relationship that has disastrous consequences. Could this be that this was done in conjunction for the future of Donald J. Trump? After Judas' kiss, Jesus was arrested by the temple guards and soldiers, leading to his trial, crucifixion, and eventual resurrection, a series of events known as the Passion of Christ. One of Jesus' disciples attempted to defend him with a sword, but was stopped by Jesus, who then healed the servant's ear and surrendered himself to the authorities. The arrest also led to the scattering of his disciples and later Judas's deep remorse and suicide. Now this thing is a twist. I believe the powers are playing out the biblical story. I've showed you before in other videos that Trump is Christ. Now, Judas, who is Judas? It's a spirit, although other events have happened. There's a spirit out here. He's going to be betrayed. Elon Musk. Elon Musk has threatened to turn over the files. Did he not? You know who the files belong to. Is that an act of betrayal? He threatened that. On October 5th, Elon Musk appeared with Donald Trump at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Remember, Trump, they said, was hit in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania. That was July 13th of 2024. 84 days later, on October 5th, that's when Elon Musk joined Trump. Okay? And remember, I asked the question, who is Elon Musk? Because he called himself, remember his hat? Dark Mega. Remember that? He had hats, Dark Mega. 7/13/2024, Trump hit in the ear. 10/5, Elon Musk joined Trump. The difference is 84. Barack Obama was born August 4th. And to note, Elon Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion. And Obama was the 44th president. Is all that coincidence? Here's Derek Grove, the one who was arrested. His birthday is 6/19. 6/19/2024. 10/5/2024 is when Elon Musk joined Trump. The difference is 322 Skull and Bones. Also 108. What is 108? That's the day that they just caught this guy. Isn't that something? They caught him on 10/8. Look at it again. The guy who got caught, Derek, this is his birthday, 6/19. Elon Musk joined Trump on 10/5. The difference is 322 Skull and Bones. 108 matches the same, like a 10/8 matches what that Derek had got caught. Also 316 is sacrifice. Do you see how I'm putting this together? Is this coincidence? Now look, Elon Reeves Musk, Judas, Kiss, comes after 316. You stump on the mic, baby. Is this coincidence? Now, watch this.
The last escapee from that New Orleans correctional facility, Derek Groves, has been apprehended and is now in custody. Our Jonathan Seri following all of the breaking news from our bureau in Atlanta where this all went down. Jonathan.
Hi there, John. This all happened this afternoon, just moments ago. Agency response. A SWAT team surrounded the home, and now it appears that Groves is back in custody. He had turned 28.
So, if he fights extradition, it doesn't matter. They can get the judge to sign off. He's going back to New Orleans. 6/19 is his birthday. Derek is his name. That's his birthday. 10/8 is the day they caught him. The difference is 28/111. You guys know on the 111th day of the year, Pope Francis died. April 21st is the 111th day of the year. What are the odds? This guy, they caught him yesterday. His birthday is 6/19 versus the day that he got caught is the 111. And what is 82? What is 28? If you reverse the 28, you got 82. That's Joe Biden. Joe Biden's 82 years old. Is that coincidence? Now look at this here. This is when Trump announced Elon.
Elon. He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space.
And instead of him saying Elon, in my humble opinion, he said, "Come on, Elijah, come on." Elijah's.
Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
The history of biblical is that this would be Elijah, and that's his protege, Elijah's. I'll put this in the description. You guys can listen to it. Elijah's. Elijah was transfigured. He never saw death, and his mentor took over after that. They're playing biblical stuff in front of us. Now look, remember I showed you the Nike? Nike was an ancient Greek winged goddess of victory, a popular deity associated with military and athletic triumphs, okay? That's why I showed you this earlier. I showed you that this guy had on he had on Nike shorts. Remember the emblem that you saw? He had on Nike shorts. It's hard to see it here, but he had on Nike shorts after he blew the kiss. I want to make the video short. But anyway, you hear this here. He got on Nike shorts. See the swish? See the swish? Now let's go forward. Here's Nike. Nike was founded January 25th. Take January 25th, 2024 from 10/8 when they caught this guy in Atlanta. The difference is 622. That's the day we went to war with Iran. Now, look at this. The new world's New Jerusalem would be New Orleans. That guy who escaped from New Orleans jail, New Orleans is considered the New Jerusalem. Well, that's where Jesus went, did he not? Look, April 30th, 1812 is when Louisiana, which is the state of New Orleans, April 30th, when it became part of the United States. Take April 30th, 2026, next birthday, 10/8 when this guy was caught. The difference is 622. That's when we went to war. That's when we bombed Iran, people. Shows you war's coming back. And here's the birthday, December 23rd of 1970. That's the birthday of Jeff Landry, the governor of New Orleans. 12/23/2025, his next birthday. 10/8, this guy was caught. The difference is 222. Remember Trump said 222 a few days ago? I did a video on it. 222 is the beast system. And last but not least, 12/23/2026, that's the governor's birthday. 6/19 is the guy's birthday who got caught, Derek. The difference is 79 weeks. 79, that's Trump's birthday. Trump is 79 years old. God bless.